Three. Hey Al, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good man. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Thanks for coming by.
Absolutely.
You want to go ahead and greet everybody that's already here, Robbie?
We got some people in the chat here. Got Akirasho, got One Vision Aerial, Drone, ANU Visuals. Ray Kelly's in here. Greg Pittman. Hey, Greg. Who else we got in here?
Akirasho. I love saying that. Sorry, Robbie. I beat you to the punch on that one. I just love saying his name.
No problem. No problem. So, man, it's been raining here and messing my flight stuff up. And it's bad enough because I've been having to move. So, man, I've been like darting and jumping left and right, trying to stay on track with keeping everything up. Welcome, Steve Knowles. And how
yeah,
about you? What's going on there?
yeah. It's been it was an interesting week. I traveled on Thursday to Roanoke, Virginia. My daughter had a wedding reception there, which was a year later after her normal wedding. Uh, so it was kind of a wedding renewal, the actual party was. It was a fantastic party, but you asked about the weather. It was tornado warnings Friday morning coming
Oh,
through
wow.
east of Roanoke and all the way up through Virginia, up through New York, actually. So yeah, been a lot of rain here too over the weekend. Now it's hot and it looks like it's going to be clear. And it's looking pretty good. We do have a meteor shower that's going to be visible tonight.
Okay.
And I was just going to ask the guys in the chat here, how many do we have in the chat? I can't see that. I don't know why, but I
We've
don't have
got uh, we
visibility.
got we got 11 in there. 11 in there
Yeah,
right now.
so let's talk about that. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please do. I appreciate you all doing that ahead of time. Yeah, we got a meteor shower coming through. So if you have some hallucinogenics, you might want to take them tonight and get a good view. As I say that with a straight face. But and it looks like we have Michael has joined also. So that is good to see you all here. And
Yeah, Al, when you have those there in the U.S., I wonder how I get to see it. Do I see it before you do, or do I see it after you do?
I would think so. And you can see Fly Zone Drone actually got the joke. He gave me four laughing sideways faces with a fist pump. So, yeah, good for you. Psilocybin cubensis or a different kind that you prefer, Michael? All right, we won't put you on the spot. I'll leave that alone and we'll move on. um, yeah, so that's what's happening here. So, this is still the debris that occurred I guess. Oh God, One Vision. Love that logo, man. I meant to mention that earlier. This is definitely a cool logo. So
Yeah, it is.
kudos to you. Really like that. Yeah, so it was a comet that broke up, and it comes with its dust and stuff around this part of the world. I guess I forget how many years. I was talking to my wife about it, and One Vision said he got the joke too about the psilocybin. So that's cool. Appreciate you guys following my weird sense of humor. Um, yeah, so things here. I got a chance to fly and visit the Star, Roanoke, Virginia. If you guys have never been there, if you're passing through Route 81 through Roanoke, take a quick exit. It's 6 miles later at exit 6. You can shoot up and see the star that Texas is always trying to buy from Roanoke City because it's a big freaking star and it's really cool. Uncle Bill Toys, thanks for coming by. Hope you're not getting in trouble at work. Stay out of trouble, my friend. And so it was a really beautiful view, beautiful day, beautiful venue. Man, party hard, dance hard, and here we are. What about you? You've been very busy moving, so I know you've been pulling out, maybe trying to grow some more hair. Can't say
Yeah,
pulling out your hair, but yeah.
yeah, not a lot, not enough to pull you. I'm sick of moving, but at least I got everything over here where we can get started. I had to get in here and start doing some paint, and we got some crown mold and other stuff to put up, but the majority of it's done now. I got my computer set up and getting some stuff done, so things are kind of getting maybe back down to the normal. I hope.
Yeah. So, what's been going on with you guys in the chat about this beautiful Memorial Day in the East Coast? It's been actually really solid, solid day. Had a chance to fly with a good friend today, so that was always fun. And over the weekend, I got together with a bunch of college roommates and biked up to that. Freaking kill me, Robbie. I need an electric bike so bad.
You've been talking about that for like 2 years. So when I see you down at Brown's
I
Island
know.
Park, I feel like you forgot me. I'm like, I want to go.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sorry. Hopefully you'll be back in town soon, soon
I
enough.
will
Anyway,
soon.
yeah, I look forward to seeing you then, and we'll.
Yeah, because I want me and you and Brad and who is it, Matt, up in Virginia Beach to fly together.
And Rodney Bell's here too, also, and we can get Rodney to join us. That'd be awesome. There's a couple other people I've met that here in Richmond that'll be a very good um, mix of folks. So I don't think we can pull something off pretty good here. So Akirashi's saying that he's got beautiful weather there for Memorial Day. Awesome, man. Good to hear. I'm off tomorrow, Dustin, said Uncle Bill. So it looks like Uncle Bill's probably working now and playing with the phone while working, I suppose. Um, what did you get a chance to fly at all? I know you've been too busy and the weather hasn't cooperated much
I've
either.
not flown, and when I got ready to fly this last week, it's been raining like every day. I guess the seasons are probably changing here because it's like it's different. When I lived in Costa Rica, through the year it would be like really dry, and then it would start raining at like 6 in the morning, and then a week later be 7, and before you know it, it would be raining, you know, all day. Here it's just like they say it's going to rain, and it doesn't, and other
Yeah,
times it does. It's been kind of
right.
crazy, but I had hoped to go flying this morning, but I stayed up working last night until like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
here
that
it's
makes
6:10. I've not had a lot of sleep because it's like after the show I'm gonna crash again. And I was
yeah,
like, my new parrot's got to eat at like 9, so it's like I
yeah.
can't be gone too long because my parrot will start screaming.
Well, Ikaracho and some of the people who responded, Drone and New, Dustin has said that New York City is beautiful. Let's see. And Uncle Bill confirmed what I was saying. He's opening and closing today, so a long day. Uncle Bill's Toys. Hope you make it through the day or evening well. So, yeah, I mean, here is one beautiful evening coming up. It doesn't have very much drama like we had over the weekend here. And I'm sure Drone and New Visuals also had some pretty strange weather over the weekend because it came right up the East Coast, Robbie. So they had the warnings up on like 3 counties, kind of in the valley between Smith Mountain Lake and up that alley coming up all the way through, all the way up to New York. And it was one of those that the local media people decided to not even play their normal programming and just have the meteorologists do a play by play with the storm was moving. Yeah, so uh, Dustin saying that Drone and News saying that they had big time wind and storms come through there too. So it's pretty damn nice. Oh, shut up, Maddie. No, I'm glad for you, Maddie. You know that. Yeah. So, yeah. So, I got a new frame in that I'm going to review. It's the Cinelog 35. I got to put it together. It's going to be my next Cinewhoop, and it's going to be it's basically going to be something that carries my GoPro 10 bones. So, haven't opened it yet. Maybe we can do a live opening here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So we got a lot of stuff going on with the Mini 3, man. Let's get on topic, I suppose. So
Who's received it so far from the chat? Who's received it?
and
That's ordered it yet? Now I talked to Johnny yesterday. I don't think he has his yet. So curious when y'all are going to get them.
yeah, right. And question to you, Robbie: have you seen it um, yourself fly and all
Yeah,
that
I've
there?
seen it and held it. We've got a Ritz camera kind of chain that's here in the country. It's in all the malls, and
Like
they've
B and
had it on
H.
display for several weeks.
Got it. Is it as large as B and H here? I mean, B and H is big.
No, 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 no. Nothing here is large like in U.S. It's
Okay.
smaller.
Got
It's
it. So
smaller.
it would be like a hobby store size thing.
Yeah, well, it would be like, I mean, the malls are huge here. I'll say the malls are probably, at least the malls that I've seen here, the malls are like much bigger. Like, especially if you go in the city, like in Bangkok, I mean, it's like 55, 60-foot ceilings through the center of the mall. You got like,
Right.
high end Louis Vuitton. I mean, the real high end uh, purses for the women. The what do they call it? Hermes stores and all that. Oh, it's an amazing place if you go into the city. But the smaller ones here have got malls like I don't know. I guess I'd compare it to maybe Short Pump Mall or something like that. But they're internal. They're indoor malls, and they usually have 3 floors.
Gotcha.
So they've got a grocery store in one, and then the rest of it is just just different kinds of stores,
Gotcha.
chains and stuff.
Makes sense. Like strip malls and big malls here, I imagine. Hey, so somebody was asking, Drone Views meeting, I was asking about the noise in the background. I'm pretty sure it's the 3D printer that's printing right now. I can
Is it
hear
yours or
that.
mine?
Mine is quiet. There's nothing going on in mine right now.
Okay, can you hear mine?
Yeah, you can hear yours. You can see your servos kicking, and there it
Yeah, you
is.
probably see the bottom of it. See,
Yeah.
I'm using white from
It,
PLA.
yeah, and we see the table moving. So yeah, that's what it is, guys. I kind of figured that's what it
Yeah, you'll
was.
hear some beeping in there. Sorry, I can't cut it off for another 8 hours.
Yeah, that's the nature of printing. So
That's right.
let's see. Drone Views Media is saying that he's received his Flymore kit, but not the aircraft itself. Oh, the controller. Did you get the Pro? Drone Views Media.
I was
So
shocked now on how light it was. That smart controller. I picked it up and it was like, of course, it's a different color from the Pro RC because those are black and these are gray, like the N1 controller. So they
yeah,
kept with the same color on that. So that's different. But when I picked it up, man, it was so light. It was like at first it was like, is this demo a real demo or is it a non-working? And that's why it's so light because the remote was really really light.
yeah, I can
But
imagine.
I'm excited for people to get it and actually look and see because I know they said that you weren't going to be able to put any third-party apps on there.
Hey, Greg.
But the thing is, it's Android based. So if it's Android based, I think the only thing that would keep people from hacking it is if it's built where it has to use internal memory because it comes with 8 gig, but with the OS on there, it only leaves you with 5.45 gig, and that's all you got. So that would limit you depending on what you put on it. But if you could use, it's got an external for the SD card external memory. So, with that, that might give you an option to actually load. Because I know a lot of Android stuff uses, I think, what's it called? Blue Stack or Black Stack or something like that. There's an app you put
Right.
on Android and
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
let you run Windows apps on top of that program. So I'm sure that when people get this, sooner or later, somebody is going to come up with a hack for that where you can download something directly into that controller and get Facebook on it to do live stream or YouTube, one or the other, or both.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And I was talking about hacking and stuff. I was really surprised to read this fact, and I haven't really done any research on this in a long time. The Osmo Mobile, the phone stabilizers that DJI sells, you can
Yeah.
put like 3 different apps, two additional. Well, basically, what I'm trying to say, you can get another app that'll work with your Osmo Mobile. Um, 3 through 5, I believe it is. So I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Nope. Drones Views Media. Alan is saying that he wasn't impressed with
The
the
screen
brightness of
break.
the smart controller.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So elaborate a little bit on that one. I guess he's used to seeing his 1300 on his. Oh, what phone do you have that has 1300? That I want to know because I know my Apple device tends to crap out here in the summer pretty bad. So I tend to use my Android devices a little bit more. Let's see. No answer yet, but the Mini 3 here hasn't shown up anywhere on Best Buys, Robbie. So, um, it'd probably be interesting to see how it flies. I'd love to hear how it flies. So,
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a really good drone. I was worried at first when it first came out because when Billy Kyle did his review, he had battery errors the whole damn time he was flying it, and then
yeah,
he couldn't get the obstacle avoidance to work. And then I saw him on someone else's live stream. I think Maddie and Johnny went live, and he was on there talking and seemed like there was some improvements since he first did it. Of course, it could have been because he was running the beta software also. But if they get that thing fixed, everybody's saying maybe it's going to replace the Air 2S. Unless it's got bigger motors than the Air 2S, I don't see that happening. I really don't, because the Air
yeah,
2S is just a proven solid
beast.
drone that
Yeah,
that just doesn't get problems. And you know what? I don't really think that the Air 2 was out long enough to get the name that the Air 2S did, because the Air 2S came out so quick afterwards. The Air 2 is a great drone. It really is. I mean, you don't have the zoom feature on that, but everything else, it's it's close to just about the same drone. It's really, really close. And
yeah,
for the
and the
price,
sensors up front are different and
yeah,
all that jazz. Of course, the camera is the biggest difference. They
yeah,
did upgrade the motors a little bit, if I remember correctly. But yeah, solid platform. The Air 2 is solid. And so was the Air, the original Air. It was just noisy as hell, and it
yeah.
annoyed the
I
hell
didn't
out of
have that one. Maddie
me.
says he's not going to replace his, and that's the thing too, because when when I said something to the dealer up here, uh, they said they were out of them, and they said, "You got anything you want to trade?" It's like, "What?" She said, "An Air 2S." I said, "Yeah, I got an Air 2S." She goes, "Well, we're out of them, but we might be able to dig one up in the back room if you wanted to make a trade." I was like, "Nah, that's okay. I'm not going to do that." It'd be my
Yeah.
luck I'd do it, and it turned out to be a piece of crap,
Well,
and then
tell
I'd
him
have to
you'll
buy
trade him
it.
the Air 2, but not the S.
Yeah,
I'm keeping the S, no doubt about it. Hey, talking
yeah, it's
about
just
that, you and I were discussing some of the gimbal issues we've been running into with the Air 2S. Obviously, I've run into a little bit of it as we discussed. So, is it possible to source maybe some Air 2S gimbals without the cameras?
yeah, the plastic pieces. I'm
No,
still
I
kind of.
would. Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
no,
so busy moving. I've not had a lot of time to really
okay.
talk to the people over in China to find out what they've got. But yeah, there's got to be a way, because I mean, right now they do sell the parts for the Air 2. So I'm hoping, well, I have to look and see how close to the same they are on the gimbal part. The camera's going to be different, of course, internal.
Right.
But if it's the same dimension on the outside, it may be faster, because usually it's about a year and a half before they start releasing the plastic gimbal parts. Because you can get on, just as example, you can get on for the Mini, and I think the Mini 2 now. You can find all those parts
Yeah,
because
you
they've
could
been
buy
out
the
for a while.
whole. Yeah, you could buy the whole assembly from AliExpress. That's the only site that I've seen them so far, and they're in the north of $400.
Yeah,
So it's
because
a
they got
bit
the camera
pricey.
with it. But a lot of
Yeah.
times you don't need that camera. You need all the gimbal,
Hey,
the
Michael.
gimbal parts.
Thanks for dropping by, man. Texas Arch drone guys here. Texas Arch. How are
Yeah, I
you,
would
man?
really consider. I mean, I would like to get. I'd like to get the Mini 3. If everybody says it turns out good, I'll probably buy one. Other than that, I think between, I'm always going to keep my Air 2S. I got my Mavic 3. I'll get the Mini. And probably the next drone that I would like to get in the future is I'd like to get the M30, just for
Oh
the
my gosh,
fact that
yeah.
when
You
I
can make
fly
some
with
money
the
with it.
border, yeah, I fly with the border police here, and we see the people, from the other countries trying to get over, and it would have so many extra features than what they're using now is the Mini 2, is what the police use here now for that. But I took
Yeah.
the Mavic 3 and went out and flew with them, and they were just like, everybody put their drones down. Come over and check this drone. They'd never seen the Mavic 3 here. It's here to buy, but they don't own any of them. They're like, we need to upgrade to these. And I'm like,
Oh,
there's better drones coming out for what this for what they need, because you need something to really be able to detect the people, and you need to be able to fly in bad weather. You can't do that with the Mavic 3. The M30 you can. You can fly in the rain with the M30. You can't with the Mavic 3.
right, right. No, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, things are interesting here as far as things that are arriving. I know that I'm still waiting on my flight controller and motors for this. So yeah, the Gepard C stuff I really always loved. The Tiny Go was my first Gepard C product, and man, super impressive. Because it's got a 4K DVR and a little tiny whoop, but the palm of your hands are even smaller than the palm of your hands. So it's impressive. Let's see what else is going on in the news.
Yeah, man. I saw somebody wasn't going to have a show tonight because of Memorial Day, and I don't want to speak out of place, but I think it was Ron Brown. But when I went to listen to the video, it was a clip that they had put out. I
Yeah.
couldn't hear. It was like it's distorted so bad.
Oh
So
well.
I don't know if Drum Nation's having their show tonight for Memorial Day. I'm not sure.
So who's yeah? What I want to fly is I want to fly this probably tomorrow the Altel Nano Plus Pro. Yeah, and I want to fly the Phantom 4 V2 tomorrow. That's my goal. But first, it's starting to get hot here, and we're pushing 95 on Wednesday. So I want to get all my projects outside done early in the morning, and then move to the shade and fly from the shade because it's going to be, I don't have crystal eyes or any of those really bright displays. So, yeah, either that or fly from the car while the air conditioning's
Welcome to my world. That's my world. 95 is normal. 95 is not even hot over here. I mean, you start hitting 98 and 102, and I can't take it. I just got to stay inside. And it's normal over here for it to be that hot. So.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't noticed, we have a 3D printer running in the background, so apologize for the noise. I'm hearing a little feedback sound like EMS radio page. Yeah, sorry about that, One Visionary. I think what you're hearing is the 3D printer printing. Hey, Angela's here. Hey, Angela, thanks for dropping by. Angie, hope you're having a good Memorial Day along with everybody else. I didn't get a chance to go any parades today, even though I did want to go. I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't have it in me today for some reason.
What's going on downtown? They do anything over the weekend now?
Yeah, and most of that is in Washington D.C. now. The big stuff is the big riding. Everybody's riding their motorcycles to D.C. For Memorial Day, and downtown they usually have a parade. And I forget what time it started this morning. I think it was like 10 o'clock through 1 o'clock. So it's a pretty long parade, and it runs right along Broad Street. And I think, we'll have some fireworks later on tonight over close to the baseball diamond, which you and I are familiar with.
Yep.
We're very intimate with it, as a matter of fact. And we spent a couple Fourth of July's there watching the fireworks.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Just get the
yeah,
boat. Just get the boat ready when I get there, so we can test the drones out in the boat again.
yeah. That's
Have you done anything to the boat yet?
no, because the jet skis just got put in the water and everything. I still got a little tiny oil leak, but it's acceptable for right now. And it's one of those not in the motor. It's like a line
In
um,
the jet ski or in the boat?
in the jet ski. Yeah,
Okay.
so I was going to tackle that one, but I can't get my hands underneath the gunnel and up against the hull, and the little clamp that needs to be taken off, and then pull the hose out and maybe cut a little piece and slide it back in. But
Stick him in
I
the house.
just don't have the room. I
Yeah,
mean, I need like 8-year-old hands to get in there, and I was like, well, how did they do it? They must pull the engine up or something. I really don't know,
yeah.
but so. So, Adrian, how's the weather there in Texas? Are you in Texas? And if so, what is the weather like? Interested to see if you're already in the high 90s and no humidity or a ton of humidity. I still had that dream of building out one of those conversion vans. Like, maybe we're going to build out that trailer we've been talking
Yeah,
about.
not maybe. We're going to. I just need to get back so
And
we
if you
can
wanted,
finish.
yeah, if you wanted to make it lady friendly, you put in a bathtub in it. You know what I mean?
Put a what? A
Bath,
bathtub.
bathtub in it, man. Yeah. And then you can guarantee they'll travel with you on that one. If they can soak, they would like it. And if you do a
I don't.
jetted,
I don't.
if you do a jetted bathtub, you've sold the idea.
Yeah. Well, I'll
Ten,
tell you right now, that's not going to happen. We will have it set up with 2 flip downs or something for 2 people to sleep in it. So when we travel, if we want to stay, because it'll have an AC. But I really like the idea of having the climbing ladder going up to the top and having a nice thick platform where you can walk, and having
yeah,
an area up there where you can have 2 chairs. You can sit up there, and if you want to fly FPV or fly your drone, you can land and everything off that. So
oh yeah,
it'll when
I'm
we get
with you.
done and we take it to the
I'm
next
with you.
event,
Yeah, yeah.
it'll be impressive.
I'm hearing, and I'm also with One Vision Aerial. He wants a jacuzzi in it and a bathtub.
Jacuzzi.
I'm with you, man. And well, get this: we need an external charging station, like outside the
I've
trailer.
already got that planned on the backside where the
So if
first
anything
part
goes
opens.
wrong, it smokes the outside, not the inside. You
Yep,
know what I mean?
exactly. Well, we
And
need a place for people to be able to charge when we go to events too. So this will be a really nice event trailer that'll be big, but I really we'll be using every inch of space. We'll have it set up to live stream. So when the door opens, it comes down. I want to have something like you guys have seen how luggage is, where you hit the button and you pull up the extension. We're going to put an extension in the inside of the trailer near the door. So when you pull it out, we'll pull it out and have like a 55-inch flat panel that'll come out, a TV. That way we can actually live stream because it'll have Wi-Fi in the trailer, and we can actually do our live stream from the events. Because as time gets on, we got the South Florida Drum Meet, we got Spin Up, we got one in New York. I mean, there's 3, but we're going to have more events. So as we have more, we'll have a nice trailer to take to events and have soda machines in it and charging stations built into it and stuff like that to make it convenient for us and everybody else that's in our groups.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, agreed. And Minefield comes first. That's coming up, what,
August.
August? Yeah.
Yep.
So that's probably be. And before that, we have the Rhode Island drone meetup.
Yeah, that's the one that's in New York. Excuse me, let me shut this door real quick. I hear the birds singing.
All right. Looks like Angela or Angie is having some cocktail hour. Ooh, I need a cocktail. I could use about 2 or 3 of them right now. And so, yeah. So, one vision say, full jacuzzi, forget the bathtub. I'm with you. Oh, I'm talking the jetted tub. Okay, in the inside, so you got privacy, not outside. But you can always get one of those portable hot tubs. Now they have
Yeah,
like inflatable hot tubs. Crazy.
me and Al will both be at Minefield.
Yeah,
Alan's asking. One vision.
yeah. We'll be
Oh
there,
no,
Alan.
excuse me. One vision area. Yeah, me and Al will definitely be there though.
Yeah. I should make reservations. Um, do we have a date on that, guys? Yeah, if you do, let us know. I think Johnny Dronefire probably has the finger on his pulse on that one. I bet you.
Yeah, I'll have to look again and see because I'd asked who was it? I asked Ken. Ken was on in somebody's live stream, and I'd asked him, and he had August 20th. It says.
All right.
Yeah, Al, but don't make any reservations yet. Let me see first because me and we'll stay together somewhere wherever it's at.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the deal is this: you could always cancel those freaking things like a week ahead before the
Yeah,
event.
but my brother knows that David will go with us, so we'll probably find a place and all and get a better rate or something because it's an hour and a half from where he's at.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we would need at least 2 rooms.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think Brad's gonna go.
yeah. So if we two guys share a room, or if they care not to share a room, that would work. Um, of course, it would be two doubles or
Well, some
two
of the places down
queens.
there are kind of like trying to rent a room in Mount Pelier. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like downtown Richmond where you rent a nice hotel. So I have to get my brother to look and see what's
And that's why
available.
I was, yeah, that's what I was thinking about why I wanted to lock it up. Because I
Yeah.
could always cancel the freaking thing. As long as you're within the canceling, you know, parameters of the contract. So, yeah, awesome. That's, let's see, One Vision is also saying, that's Alan, I think. Yeah, saying that that's the day of his wife's birthday. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
boy.
think it's Ken. It's Ken's event that he puts on with Minefield. I think it's on his birthday. I think that's his birthday day that we
Okay.
do it.
Okay. That's awesome.
AZ Drone Dude, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, hello, hello.
Well, guys, me and Al have been working on trying to get things ready with World Drone Community website, and we've been marketing our both of our channels, and soon we're going to start marketing on World Drone Community. So what we did was about a year ago, we started building .live sites, where basically whatever your YouTube channel is, you buy a domain name, and then we build a site, a one-page site for you to have your social media on it and use it. And it's a great idea because people can actually get to all your channels that way. But what we did is the existing people that we had built those for, we went ahead and put them up under World Drone Community /social/ the name of their channel. Because that way they don't have to renew their domains next year because we give them to them free and we do
Right.
the pages for free. So for you guys that are wanting to get more subscribers and get more people into your channel, we started making these little keychains. And as you can see, there's a little chip inside. Let me see if I can find one where you can see it better. We actually chip it and we chip it to your channel. So anybody that's interested, we're right now we just did me and Al have got them, and then I think I've moved over Fly Zone Drones. I think I'm moving over Maddie, moving over Doc Murdoch to the platform. We'll leave the other sites up there until they run out, but we're going to move everybody over, and then with that we're doing uh, what's his name, Bob at old farts. We've got his built, or in the process of building his, and we've just been this week. We've been really busy getting those sites built. So what it is they're $15 for the chip for the first one, 13 for the second one. So you need to buy two of them. It's $28. You get the free one page. It's got all your social media on it. We program it, and then we mail it to you. So the shipping's included on the part. So you guys that are interested in getting in there with everybody else, because we probably got over 30 people so far that have joined this in order to get in. We want to market because we want backlinks together under World Drone Community so people can find us easier in Google, which is a YouTube company also. So that'll help us all get found more to get more subs. And the main thing is when people find us, they'll be able to join all of our social medias and not just our YouTube channel. So, you guys contact me or Al, and we'll get it set up. It takes a couple of days to get everything done, but I'm wanting to ship out some boxes of these to everybody. And what we do is we ship out a 5 kilo box here. That's the minimum box that we can ship out of the country. So I'm filling them up with these, and these are all marked with names, addresses, and everything on here to come directly to you. And that way, when you're out and you're out flying, and people come up constantly. Me and Al, especially downtown Richmond, people would constantly come up, "Hey, what's your channel?" Or and Al would say it's Adrenify. No, what's your Instagram? sometimes we don't get the same name on all the social medias. You know that. He might have to get Duranify123. It depends on what's available. So the advantage with this is when you get your keychain here and they're out there and they got their telephone, you just tell them, hey, put it to the phone. So when you put it to the back of the phone, it'll actually, and this one's not mine. Let me grab mine. I keep mine on my motorcycle when I put my little antenna on there. And I like the blue one. So you just take it and put it onto the telephone, and it takes you directly over to the social media page. And then from that, it's got your logo on the bottom. So what we need from you guys that want to do this, send us your logo or your name if you don't have a logo, and send us one background picture. I used a picture of Thailand, and it's a boat. So just send us a background and a logo, and send us a list to all your social medias. And we already have the social media logos. And then when people actually go and click on your social media, they can join each one of them on one page. And the page comes free with the drones. So you don't have to buy a web address. You don't have to hire a web designer or anything else. All you got to do is order the chip and send us the information, and then we get everything set up for you. So y'all can text either me or Al through Messenger and let us know, and we'll get y'all's in the box on this box going out, and get y'all set up. Drone ANU Visual says he's in.
Yeah, Greg at Harley FPV is in also.
Yeah.
And
So
Andrew likes the idea, so that's good.
Well, it's a great way because I noticed that when me and Al, when I started with Al, when Al was teaching me to fly, we would have a lot of people that would come up to us, especially at like Bryant Park and what was it? Where's the place at the top of the hill over the smokestack?
Liberty Hill Park.
Yeah, Liberty Hill. We constantly have people come up when we're flying there because it's a small park and ask us, hey, you guys got a channel or this or that? And it's a great way to promote, because if you're going to tell somebody your YouTube and then tell them your Instagram, just put it on their phone and pull them all up. And me and Al have both noticed since we have put these sites up that we've had more people join all of our social media and not just our one. And then with that, if you guys don't have a logo yet and you just want to use your name, we can still program it to the page. And when you get your logos in the future, just email us the logo and say, hey, change it. All the updates on the site are free. So if you ever want to make any changes on adding or taking anything down, just text me or Al and just say, hey, I want to change the background picture or whatever, or link, and it's in with it. We do this. For what we charge to pay for the material, and of course shipping's included. So we're not really making any money off of it, but the reason we're doing it, it helps all of us together up under one domain have backlinks to each other. That way, give you an example. If you have a website with no links or no backlinks, people would just about have to know where you're at in order to find you. Of course, if you had your name on CNN or BBC or something like that, where they have super traffic and they can be found, you're on there too. You're going to be found. So by all of us working together, being on the same platform, it's going to help all of us get found easier for organic subscribers to come in and join our channels. And then with that, the keychain kicks in to make it convenient for the people that actually want to, just want to show it right there when they're out flying. They're around a lot of people. So right now we've got red, orange, and blue are the colors.
Oh, okay. Greg is requesting black. I bet you that's the one that would be very popular or something.
That might be a special order. And then we've got our new World Drone Community logo. Let me see if I have to turn my camera around because my family's going to work. So, but we've got the new World Drone Community logo, WDC. Under it, it says max altitude. So all the stuff we have now will have the WDC logo. And as we launch the World Drone Community website, we will have a store on there that sells a bunch of different products. And when you click on the store, it'll take you over to the maxaltitude.com website, which is all shirts, all hats, and it's all custom designed just for World Drone Community. And then we have a custom shop in there where if you guys want to add your logos to shirts with World Drone Community, you get a little bit of a discount because you're marketing for World Drone Community. So you can put your logo on the front like this, like I have, and then you can have the World Drone Community on the back. Or if you just need shirts in general, there's a custom store there where you can upload your logo and actually customize your own shirt. And then we just ship the shirt directly out to you. The funds for the company, for World Drone Community, all of the money gets put and redistributed back into the South Florida Drone Meet and the other events through the year. So the money that we make off of this basically goes back to us, back to everybody being able to get products. We're not doing it trying to grow our part of the company. We're just doing it to try to grow the community. So you guys
Great.
reach out and let me know what color you want, and we'll get it in the mail to you.
Perfect. Good promotional thing to do, guys. I'll tell you, the World Drone Community logo in the back gets a lot of attention, which I'm glad because that's a conversation starter. And so that gets you kind of plugged in, talking about, hey, here's my social media, hit this, and all that. And then we have a couple other things on the chat, Johnny. You are definitely motivated to fix that AC unit living in Louisiana, I'm sure. So good luck with that blower on your AC unit, Johnny. Hope it goes well. Hey, let's see. Oh, Chris Wedgeworth is here. Hey, Chris. I think Chris is all from California. I'm sure the weather there is beautiful, right, Chris? Let us know. Always interesting to hear what the weather's like. So, what's the weather like in Thailand right now, Robbie?
Like always, it's hot. It started raining recently, so that's given us a little bit of relief. But the area that I live, I'm like a minute and a half from the ocean, but I'm on this the what we call the seaside, which means it's not beach. It's like property that the ocean backs up to, kind of like Lake Michigan backs up to that wall.
Right.
So that's
Gotcha.
that's where we're at, and it's just different because everywhere you fly here, there's water. This is fishing. The area I live on the right hand side, which takes me to the ocean, is like a back road. It just takes you straight out. There's not a lot of traffic, but it's
Hmm.
kind of like living out in the country. But it's all water because all the water comes in from the ocean, and they have inlets where they bring it into all the property, and then they
Right.
block the properties off. And then, of course, as I've said in the past, as it gets hot, it actually dries out all the water and leaves the sand, and this is where the salt's made. So, but also the good point is there's a lot of restaurants on that backside right here, and of course, beside every restaurant, there's like a slough full of boats that go out and go fishing and come back. So you can eat if you're a seafood person and you like shrimp, crab, lobster, and stuff like that. It's a place to go eat because it didn't cost anything. So if you want to go in there and buy a bucket of crab, or you can get a bucket of shrimp of, I don't know, 250 shrimp for $5. I mean, it's nothing because they're pulling them right off the boat there. But if you buy them here, like we have a market on the other side of my house, about 5 minutes away, that everybody goes and buys. It's like a huge flea market. It's a fish market and stuff. You pay a higher price because all that seafood's made it there. If you get it before it gets there and get it on the water from the guys coming in on the boats and just talk cash and show them cash, you can get it for a lot cheaper. But the restaurants are good because they cook it. It's right there. It comes in. They get it cheap. It's very reasonable to eat. Three people can eat, I don't know, 10 different plates of food for three people is going to cost you like $12, whatever you want, until you just can't eat anymore. So it has its ups and downs, but we don't have it like we had in Virginia. In Virginia, me and Al could go out in the morning and eat breakfast somewhere. You got your eggs and bacon and stuff like that. Here, it's like you wake
Hmm.
up, you go to eat somewhere, and they serve you rice with jumbo shrimp and carrots. I mean, I don't want lunch and dinner for breakfast. I want breakfast. So, but they do have a lot of coffee shops and stuff like that here. So it is some getting used to, and it's nice living in a tropical area. But I compare it. I can't compare it to Costa Rica because honestly, even though I live here and I like it, Costa Rica was a paradise. It was the best weather I'd ever been in. The mosquitoes didn't eat you up. There weren't 10 things that could kill you if they bit you. And here it's just like it's just so much different. So I have to pick where and when I'm going to fly. I don't go out at certain times because you got the Komodo dragons roaming around and stuff like that. You definitely don't want to get bit by anything like that. So it has its
Yeah.
challenges, but anyway, that's enough
Yeah.
about Thailand.
Yeah, well, Wedgeworth is saying that they're going to be in the 100s here soon.
Oh wow,
70 degrees right now in Northern California. Northern
that's
California.
nice.
Are you close to Truckee, Chris, in Lake Tahoe? I forgot. You told me before. Apologies. Scott, Jackrabbit FPV has just joined. Thanks, Scott, for coming by. It's good to have you here. And, oh, okay. Glad you were out celebrating. With the family. I was out doing the same thing all weekend, and actually, I'm running out of steam right now. To be honest with you, I had such a long, hard weekend. I'm sure you are too, Robbie.
Yeah.
From
Let me ask you this, Al. I know when it was cold, and winter really seemed to drag on in the U.S. this year for people, especially in New York and different areas that we're talking about. So now that the winter's gone and it's starting to get hotter, are you ready for winter again? Cool weather, Al? Are you ready to deal with the climate?
not really because I have so many things that I want to accomplish this summer. I want to barefoot. I want to ski. I got a lot of things that I want to, travel, of course, um, to Tennessee. And then I will be ready. I will be in Park City a lot this year, I believe. I got a good friend that lives there, and she will host me as long as I want to be there. Gosh, we've known each other professionally 35 years,
And
but
and where's
uh,
she at?
she's in Park City, Utah,
Okay.
Salt Lake area.
That
Flying
should
is
be a good place to fly.
yes, it is. Yeah, it is definitely. Arcos has actually joined the house also. He said, "Hi, y'all. Hi, Art." So yeah, I mean, so that's the gig. I'll be down in Marco Island, Florida. So hopefully I'll meet up with anybody that's in the Florida corridor that's interested in flying. That would be Maddie and maybe Scott and Jack Rabbit at PV. If we can hook up, it'd be awesome. We'll be at Marco Island, so it'll be quite a haul for you, Scott. But man, I'll be willing to host you down there, man. You go, come on down. We'll go. We'll do it up. And Chris from the Key Largo drone dude, he lives down there in Key Largo, of course. So we're planning to try to get together down there and have a good time in August. Um, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, I'd love to do some winter flying after being here and being hot. I would
I,
love to be able
I
to
knew
get
you
some
were
good
hedging your
shots.
bet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew you were hedging that way. Yeah, we'll definitely get you to the snow. If you want to go to the snow, I'll get you there.
You know
Yeah.
where I'd like to fly? I'd like to fly Carter's Mountain sometime. I called them one time and asked them, and they're like, "Well, we don't really let anybody fly unless it's media." But I'm just trying to think, can we go high enough to fly over it?
That's a pretty high mountain. I would venture to say that it's probably higher than 400 feet.
Yeah, and
Because if you
it
drive up
might
there,
have,
remember how many switchbacks you have to go through to get up there?
yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of switchbacks going on. So I don't think they own the whole mountain, so you can literally step off.
I think
Um,
Wintergreen would. I think you could probably fly Wintergreen if you stayed there because you'd
yeah,
be up in the
you could.
mountain, and I don't think they would. I don't think Wintergreen would complain too much about it.
I don't think Massa Nutton would complain about it either. I don't think Snowshoe or would do.
I
Maybe
wonder how cold, how safe, how what temperature would be safe to fly. That'd be an issue there. I mean,
it is.
me and you do a little bit in the cold, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as long as you keep your batteries warm prior to takeoff, I think you're okay. So one of the tricks of doing that is just put your batteries in your jacket up against your abdomen and pop them in right as you're flying. So you got them, body temperature,
yeah,
and then you pop them in and fly, and then that way at least you're gonna get a good solid flight. I wouldn't
yeah,
push it too much if it's really really cold.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Maybe just fly 50%, 40% of the battery and then bring it back down. Because if the battery is going to lock up, it's going to be catastrophic.
yeah. Well, at least you'll find them there. The places I'm talking about. At least we could find the drone, probably.
I'm telling you, Robbie, I painted my props myself. I didn't buy the master corkscrews because of the reviews
Uh-huh.
that I was reading that if it hit the master corkscrew props, hit anything, they shatter.
And that's
Versus
on what? What drone?
you could put the Air 2S. So all
Okay.
the DJI products, I'm switching over to bright colors because of the experience I had when I put my drone in the tree. So I'm going to switch to bright colors. So I'm probably going to put a video together while I'm doing it. I already got the whole video shot. I just have to put it in the can and mix it,
Yeah.
shake
It
it up.
in a way it's yeah, in a way it's good to be able to see. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I guess in a way, if you're flying around a bunch of people that are going to complain, it is nice to be able to go high enough and not really see the drone. But there's
right.
been too many times, even with our controllers, we look and we're like, "Where the hell's my drone?"
Yeah,
It's on the screen, but where is it?
I know, right? Well, Robbie, I got a chance to fly my first fixed wing plane this weekend, or actually last week. And, I've been threatening to make a video, and I finally did it.
That's the one that's part quad, part airplane.
Did you get a chance to see it, by the
Yeah, I
way?
saw it. Yeah, I saw the
Okay.
video.
You want to show it? It's pretty cool. I like that. I mean,
Yeah, go
really
ahead
do.
and show it.
All
Pull
right,
it
I
up.
have I have my screen. I'll go ahead and share it. Share screen. There it is.
Harley
Really?
FPV. Enjoy
Yeah.
work.
All right, Greg. Take care, buddy. All right. So this is a nice little sucker. Look how well it flies. I mean, it really flies well. It takes off and flies like you can yawn it and fly it like a normal quadcopter.
How fast is it out?
Fast when you put it in
Really?
airplane mode. Yeah. You see, when you put it in airplane mode, it gets it. You see that? It is
How's
like
it compare? How's it compared to FPV speed wise?
speed wise, it's hard to say because I didn't have my goggles on from just watching my friends. It definitely is like three quarters of the speed of a 5-inch quad. It is definitely the speed of a 3.5-inch quad. Because it's so efficient. Once you put
Yeah.
it in the airplane mode, I mean, it is it really does get it. I don't understand what this vertical mode does. I really don't. Why would you have a vertical mode? You knife edge it like this.
I don't know. I see a lot of people flying different kind of planes here like that. And
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
I don't.
talking like the size of your car type planes that I guess are ones they build, and they do
Yeah,
that with it. I don't know what the process is. Why they do
maybe
it.
for takeoff, straight up like that, and then you hit the switch. But it's really simple to use, Robbie. I mean, you just turn on your controller. In the left index figure, you have um, your modes, and you just toggle between the three position toggle in the left index figure, and then everything else flies like your quad mode too. And to turn this thing off, though, it's really nice to know that a right lower button in the upper left, not upper left, but lower left button on the controller kills the motors. And that I had to use because my servo got all whacked out. And I actually, I think it's going to burn out. So I ordered, um, I'm going to modify it. I'm going to Tyranify it, I should say, to to metal servos. And it is just a really good flyer, guys. I mean, and right now I'm holding an Osmo Mobile and it's drifting away because the wind is pushing it away. So it doesn't have an optical flow camera or anything, but you can see how it's pretty solid little sucker, man. And when you put it in flight mode, it really rocks. I mean, that stuff's 50 easy, easy 50, and it's just a pleasure. But with that said, this thing is super fragile. Okay, do not hit anything. Do not land it roughly. So the LEDs on the bottom actually will is it's like the LEDs on your batteries on the TGI stuff, or Hubsan or Itel. It shows you in 25%. So each LED is 25% of the battery.
What's the
Um,
distance? What's the distance and altitude on it, Al?
I didn't want to even test that part, Robbie. I have no idea, and I forgot to read the specs on that parameter. But we're talking like 300 yards, like 2 football fields. You're probably going to lose control. You might end up with a flyaway. I pushed it to 2 football fields, and it did well. And that was like getting it. Um, but um, and I have not tried to connect to the flight controller on this with Betaflight.
Will it return to home?
No, nothing like that, Robbie. Nothing like that. And that's why it's drifting so much here. You see, there's just no GPS.
Yeah.
Uh, but unbelievable fun, man. Unbelievable. That's why I call, in the thumbnail, I'll put this is the uh, gateway to drug RC
See
play.
you, Greg.
And thanks, Greg. Appreciate it, man. All your support, guys. We all appreciate your support. Thanks for dropping by. Blind Neil's here. Thanks, buddy, for dropping by. Yeah, so I ended up running it into one of these soccer nets, Robbie, and
Yeah.
it messed up the centering on that servo, but I could hear it and it wasn't running the same, and that's why I made an observation in the video.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is with the plastic servos is if it encounters any kind of resistance, they kind of just melt the gears
Right.
because they're just spinning and rubbing up
Yeah.
against each other, and just the friction causes them to melt. But yeah, it was.
It looks really cool. I like it. It's wild looking.
I mean, it's fun to fly. I mean, it's fast as hell.
I
And
3D printed a wing. It's let's see, it's a meter. I think it's a meter. It's about 4.5 foot wingspan. I haven't put it together yet and made the video, but I did get all the stuff printed out. And the manufacturer that I bought the design from said to do it in PLA, that you couldn't do it in carbon fiber. And I wanted to prove him wrong that I could do it in carbon fiber. And I did print it out in carbon fiber, but the way the angles of the blades when you're printing, you get some rough edges on the edge. And I had some where the corners didn't meet. So because of the weight, it's mixed with PET G. So when I checked the weight was the same as if I would have done it in PLA, but the strength and the warpage wasn't there. It was like perfect shape. Where when I printed some of the parts off with PLA, it was like bowed between all the supports where the rafters are, that would hold it. So I've got it printed out, but my plan is I bought a little can of Bondo and hardener, and I was going to put it together and kind of finish it off smooth where there's no holes anywhere and paint it and then build it. So I'll be doing that probably in the next month, doing that video on that, and then we're going to see if it'll fly. But the reason I brought that up is that the wings are really big here, and they use these bungee launchers that they put a big cord in the ground and pull it back and release them to take off. So as we build out our trailer, I want to build one on the top.
The
They got some
catapult
automatic ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
catapult.
find
So off the
you
top
can
of the
find
trailer we can go.
yeah, you can find the plans to make one. And
Yeah,
it's
I've
not
seen
a,
them.
yeah, it's not a complicated thing, and it's it should be a lot of fun, easy. Well, it's all relative, right? To the skill
Yep,
level that people have
absolutely.
for handyman skill level, I guess you could say, or handyman. There's a handy person skill level. Some women are a lot better than men at this stuff. So I know we like to break some of those stereotypes for sure. Yeah, so it's looking like we're coming into the show here. We've been on for
Yep,
59 minutes, and thanks for you all dropping by and hanging out.
absolutely. Now, keep in mind, guys, we talked about this before. During the summer months, we have a lot of people that are out doing other stuff. Sometimes they can't make it to the show, and I was listening to Ray Kelly's show earlier, and he was talking about how hard it was. It was a lot harder than he thought, because the shows were running, they roll around each week and they're hard. They're nice to be on because there's always somebody's on where you can get on and watch it. So what we'll do is we're having this week's show. We'll skip next week and then we'll have the next week. So we'll have our show twice a month during the warm seasons. When it starts getting cooler outside and the heat goes away, we'll go back to every week for World Drone Community. So
Perfect.
next week we won't have the show. The following week we will, and you'll be notified like you are normally. But we're going to do a every 2 week show. It's easier so we can all go out and get our stuff done. We need to get done in the heat, and then when it starts to cool off and the heat goes down, people are coming back inside. We'll start every week again, and we'll do that throughout the whole year from this point forward.
Yeah, it's a good idea, and I might switch my program into every other week too, and staggered your week with my week so it doesn't slam me so hard. Um, but doing two in a week would be bad. But
Yeah.
doing two in 1 week, every other week would be better. I agree. Okay, cool. So that's it. We come to the end of the show. Thanks,
Welcome, Chuck. You missed us, buddy.
Covation.
I gave him a really hard time. I think he was on. What was he
Yeah,
on?
yeah. Better
He was
late than
on the show the
better.
other night.
Chuck,
Yeah, I gave him a hard time. Chuck's a good guy like him. I was just
Michael said,
roasting
"Night,
him
Chuck."
over his Mavic 3 stuff. I was roasting him over that. Oh, it was drone therapy he was on, and it was funny because the more I would roast him, the more Bill would laugh. The more I'd roast him, and then I finally Bill said, Robbie doesn't mean anything. He likes you. He's just playing with you. And I talked to Chuck afterwards. So we're friends. Everything is good.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, once again, thanks for your support. Don't forget, hit that
We're out
thumbs
here.
up button, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Thanks again.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next show.
Yeah, good job, Robbie.